LeBron James is full of it. He is a liar. Those words just exploded across the sports world as Stephen A. Smith ripped into the NBA's biggest star on national television. Not some random Twitter troll, not some small-time blogger. This is ESPN's top analyst calling the king himself a straight-up liar to his face. We've seen beefs in sports before, but this is different. The most powerful voice in sports media just torched the character and integrity of basketball's all-time leading scorer. And he didn't stop there. Two-faced, passive-aggressive, lies a lot. Stephen A. held nothing back in what might be the most ruthless takedown of LeBron's entire career. The sports world is absolutely shook right now. But why? What pushed Stephen A. Smith to cross this line? And could this finally be the moment that exposes what some have been saying about LeBron for years? Let's get into the details of how we got here. This whole beef traces back to Bronny James joining the Lakers. LeBron finally got his wish, playing alongside his son, something never done before in NBA history. The Lakers grabbed Bronny with the 55th pick, and just like that, father-son history was made. But not everyone was celebrating this heartwarming moment. Back in January, Stephen A. went nuclear on his show, basically calling out the entire situation as pure nepotism. I am pleading with LeBron James as a father. Stop this. Stop this. We all know that Bronny James is in the NBA because of his dad. Game over. Stephen A. wasn't attacking Bronny's jump shot or defense. He was questioning the entire legitimacy of his NBA career. He straight up suggested Bronny belonged in the G League, not sharing the court with his father. Stephen A. was basically saying what some fans were thinking, but few dared to say out loud. LeBron used his power and influence to force an NBA team to draft a player who might not have made it otherwise. Was this a case of a father's love overriding the meritocracy of professional sports? That's exactly what Stephen A. was suggesting. Then came the moment that set everything on fire. March 6, Lakers versus Knicks. Middle of the game. Suddenly, LeBron James storms over to Stephen A. Smith courtside. The cameras caught it all. LeBron towering over Stephen A., getting right in his face. No PR team. No social media filter. Just raw emotion in 4K. Yo, you gotta stop talking about my son. You gotta stop with my son. That's my son. That's my son. Things went quiet for a few weeks. Maybe it was over. No. On March 26, LeBron dropped a bombshell on the Pat McAfee show. Without even naming Stephen A. At first, LeBron went into full passive-aggressive mode. He completely missed the whole point. Never would I ever not allow people to talk about the sport and criticize players about what they did on the court. That's your job to criticize. But when you take it and get personal with it, it's my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players. But then, LeBron got weird. Really weird. He went from professional athlete to petty social media troll in seconds. I know he's going to be smiling from ear to ear, and happy as hell when he hears me talking about him. He's going to get home and grab some ice cream out of the freezer and sit in his chair in his tidy whities on couch. Relax, bro. Relax, seriously. LeBron even called Stephen A.'s coverage a Taylor Swift tour run, claiming Stephen A. was milking the situation for attention. But who was really coming off as petty here? And was LeBron about to learn what happens when you poke the bear that is Stephen A. Smith? Stephen A. Smith heard LeBron's comments and chose violence. Within hours, Stephen A. unleashed the most devastating attack on LeBron's character we've ever seen from mainstream media. Not about his basketball skills, not about his team, about his character. His lies a lot. In this particular instance, as it pertains to his son, he is a liar. And he went on national television, and he lied again. Stephen A. was just getting started. The real point at hand is this. LeBron James continues to lie. He would wink you all into thinking that he was upset about criticism about his son. This passive-aggressiveness and the two-facedness smile in your face and dig you behind the back. Which is why I don't like him. And he doesn't like me. Did Stephen A. back off after dropping that bombshell? No. The next day on First Take, he doubled down and spent nearly 16 minutes ranting about LeBron's dishonesty. LeBron James went on national television yesterday and lied. He said, "I have no problem with you talking about the game. What did I say about Bronny James other than he wasn't ready?" That was it. Smith even tried to flip the script, arguing that his criticism was never about Bronny at all, but about LeBron. "I was calling out LeBron James. For some reason, nobody asked him about that." Then Smith really went after LeBron's alleged hypocrisy. "Wasn't it you who said that Bronny James was better than some players in the NBA right now before he was even drafted? Wasn't it you who said you wanted me to draft my son because you wanted to play with your son for a year? Wasn't it you who literally circumvented meritocracy within the National Basketball Association and got the entire media world and the NBA and the Lakers organization to buy in on that? LeBron James did all that. But wait, there's more." Stephen A. even suggested that LeBron's appearance on the Pat McAfee show was a calculated attack orchestrated by his agent Rich Paul and Clutch Sports. So LeBron James decides, really outside of his crew, doesn't have any friends in the media. Suddenly he's going to be in Indianapolis, drive into the country, and go and do a show that comes on immediately after first take. So what does all this tell us about LeBron? Is he, as some are now suggesting, the corniest player in the NBA? Is his reputation taking a hit from this very public beef? On one hand, you got to respect a father defending his son. But on the other hand, once you put your son in the NBA spotlight, criticism is part of the package. Every player gets criticized. That's the nature of professional sports. And LeBron's approach to this beef, the courtside confrontation, the personal digs about Stephen A. in his underwear eating ice cream, the boxing video, does it all come across as a bit? Is LeBron showing a thin-skinned side we haven't seen before? The most damaging part might be Stephen A.'s characterization of LeBron as two-faced, someone who smiles in your face and digs you behind the back. That's a serious attack on someone's character. In the end, what makes this feud so fascinating isn't just the entertainment value. It's what it reveals about the complex relationship between athletes and media in today's sports world. The power dynamics have shifted dramatically in the social media era. One thing is for sure, this beef isn't ending anytime soon. With neither man backing down and both having massive platforms to continue their dispute, we'll be watching this drama unfold for weeks to come. What do you think? Is Stephen A. Smith justified in calling LeBron a liar, or has he crossed a line? And what about LeBron? Is he being too sensitive about criticism of his son? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this NBA drama, don't forget to check out our Deleted NBA playlist. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. I'll catch you in the next one.